2 days ago when I went to the store. I was at the store with my mom, and I was passing down the corner of the store, and there was this lady. There was a lady at that corner, and it was an older lady. And I was looking around in that area, and then all of a sudden, she let it rip. She let it rip.
How old was she?
She looked probably. She was probably like, I don't know. She seemed old, late 60s, 60 something. And she let it rip, right? And I'm like, what?
Like a loud one?
Yeah,
Like a long one?
I could hear her. I heard it, right? She
There's
let it,
multiple fires or no?
yeah, that's what I was going to tell you. Because one is whatever, right? But then the one caused the alert. Like
What
who,
was that?
like, who was that?
farted?
No, it was like, yeah, who was that? And then the double take is what confirmed it was her.
Where? So she was at a corner of the store?
Yeah, she's in the corner of the store looking at books. And that corner had electronics as well. That's where I was at. And then I heard her, and then I heard her again. And I was like, damn, this girl don't care about nothing. And I'm like,
There was loud ones?
Yeah, loud
How
enough.
close were you?
Probably like from here to the door.
So like 5 feet away from her?
Yeah, that's probably more than that.
And you were just and she was just letting it loose?
Yeah, she just let it go crazy. And I was surprised because I've never seen that.
Especially a lady.
Especially
normally it's old dudes. Don't give a fuck. Because it seems like old ladies, they still care. Like women in general always care about their, like,
but that's
being
why I was
ladylike,
like,
especially old ladies like that.
Mom said that maybe she has like
a condition,
yeah, or something like that. But
she was letting it loose too much though.
No, I don't know.
Like, people who have
she didn't care, and that's why I was like, for a second, I was like, I admire that. I don't give a fuck that she has.
Did she look well dressed, or was she like
just normal? Like,
she looked average, average old lady. She didn't look wealthy, old lady.
No, she didn't look wealthy.
She was looking at the books and she was letting it go,
and she's letting it rip. But I was like, I mean, I guess who gives a fuck, right? So I was thinking,
it's better letting it out than holding it in. Probably it probably fucks her stomach up if she be at that age, keeping them in, because it should be fucking my. But I mean,
why would you care? That's what I was saying. Like,
well, to be polite, you don't want people, well, especially as women.
No, I'm saying at that age.
At that age, yeah. If I'm at that age, I don't give a fuck. I'm letting it go. Because right now, I don't do it out of being polite, and I feel like it's kind of gross, especially when you're in a confined space and you don't want. That's nasty. People want to smell that shit. So being courteous and like, I just hold that shit in. You just clench your cheeks. Don't let no air escape.
Wait till you go outside.
Yeah, or you go to the restroom and then let it go or whatever. Or you go take a shit. Normally, when you're gassy, normally you just gotta take a shit.
Sometimes you be going to these stores and the toilets in there are destroyed.
Nasty, huh?
Yeah, they're destroyed. I went to this. It was a thrift store. It was over there by Troy, and it was a popular day because it was packed. And I went to the bathroom, and the bathroom's like, it's always like not super clean, right? But it's just, you know how those bathrooms are super old and stuff like that. But whatever. So you just don't touch anything. Try your best not to touch anything, whatever. But I went, whatever. And then before we left, Mom had to go to the bathroom. She went in there, and she's like, "There's somebody like swapped out their clothes."
It was a multiple like.
No, it's a one-person bathroom.
Oh, but one person for any gender.
Yeah. Oh. Because it's only one bathroom.
Oh, I thought it was like.
No, it wasn't. There's only one bathroom, and that bathroom is a private one. Just one person at a time. So Mom went in there, and she came out. She said somebody went in there and just switched out their clothes, and it was nasty.
The clothes that they took.
I don't know if she told me that they were pooped or something. Like their clothing was all pooped.
I mean, I never thought about that, but that's probably a good place to go do it. If you shit your pants and you go to a thrift store and they got a changing area.
No, but they even swapped out shoes. There were shoes on the ground and everything. So my mom told me, and I'm like, oh, like, I mean, I don't know. It's weird, right? And then while we were checking out, somebody came and told one of the employees, hey, come check this out in the bathroom, something. And the guy was like, I don't know what he was saying, but it seemed like he was telling them like, I'm busy. And he's like, no, you got to come. Somebody left stuff in there or something like that. So I think he had to be the manager. And then he went over there and he went and go look in there, and then they locked the bathroom up.
It was a crime scene and shit.
Yeah, shit, I guess so.
Shit was shit everywhere.
Yeah.
Remember how Chelly told us about that customer that came in when she first started?
Yeah,
and there was shit everywhere. He said that there was shit on the floor and the ceiling and all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
How the fuck does that happen? That's probably what went down in there. Where you got to change your shoes. You take a shit so bad.
That's
you
crazy because who cleans
shoes.
that?
The workers. Has to be, because some places have like janitors who come after hours and clean and shit, their toilets and shit. Some places like dealerships, they have shit like that.
I know, but if my job is just like, say, a cashier, and they tell me to clean somebody's shit, I'm not cleaning that.
Cleaning or you're fired.
Like, if it's like, yeah, I'm not cleaning that. If I'm saying like especially when you think about if it's all over the walls and stuff, I'm not scrubbing down the walls with soap and nothing. I'm not doing that. That's nasty. I'm not doing it. But somebody does it. I remember when remember when my brother-in-law we used to have like soda competitions. And when we used to go, this is back in the day, when we used to go to Buffalo Wild Wings, I would say like, I'm the soda master. And he was like, nah, I'm the soda master. That's weird. First when they get diabetes, but we would just chuck sodas. Like,
let's see who can run through more.
At the end of the thing, when we left Buffalo Wild Wings, we would say, oh, I drank this amount. Because if I don't know if I'm correct, but did Buffalo Wild Wings had a fountain thing? You know how, like back in the day? Because that's what I'm remembering. Like, you know how where you can go, or am I tripping? Am I thinking about something else?
No, it's got to be somewhere else.
Oh, I don't know if I remember.
But they refill you though. They do shit ton of refills.
But it was free refills at that time?
You, like,
because we weren't paying for that shit.
No, it was free refills for sure. But they would bring.
They don't do that anymore.
But they do free refills.
Yeah?
Yeah, any place does free refills.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. Buffalo Wild Wings don't refill your shit.
I'm not saying Buffalo Wild Wings. You said any place.
Oh. Yeah, not any place. But I'm saying like any sit-down restaurant is going to give you free refills.
Forever?
Yeah.
Like 10 hours?
Until you're done.
I don't know.
But yeah, but the Buffalo Wild Wings does this thing where they just bring you a new cup and new everything.
Yeah.
Here you go. And they'll take your old shit. So sometimes you'd have like 2 or 3 cups or whatever in one meal. But I remember you guys being like, I'm a number 2, number 3 or whatever.
Yeah, and I remember like at the end of the night, I was like, I don't remember how much I drank. Like 4, 5, 6 of them, something like that. And I beat him, right? He had like 1 or 2 under. And then afterwards, he said on the way home, his stomach was bubbling and he had to go to the bathroom super bad. And he said, I forgot where he said he stopped at. At a random gas station, did he say?
Yeah, so we because at the time, it was in Bay City. Bay City had the only Buffalo Wild Wings around here.
Yeah, at that time.
At the time. So we're like, well, we have to go there. We would watch the WWE fights and shit. And I remember, you're eating wings, hot wings.
Eating hot wings and
get
soda.
Fucking mango and hot shit and this shit. So I remember we were driving home and he said he had the Hershey squirts. And
but he came with, we were with him.
Oh
yeah,
and
we were with him.
He was like, hey, pull over here at the Speedway. And I'm like, they don't even have a restroom. He's like, I can't hold it in. Pull over. So when we pulled in, there used to be like this brick wall. The one on Broadway. There's a Speedway, like right before you would get to the Rite Aid, when Rite Aid used to be there. And we pulled up right up to that brick wall because it's only like a 5-foot brick wall. And then on the other side of the brick wall was an alleyway between like houses and where the actual gas station was. And he just jumped the wall and he said he just shit right there.
I was talking about something else when he said that he splattered the wall. Oh, you know where that was at?
That was at Buffalo Wild Wings.
No. This was at Chuck E. Cheese. Remember that?
No, I wasn't
you
there.
Remember that?
No, I wasn't there.
It was at Chuck E. Cheese. He said he had to go to the bathroom super bad. And like when he couldn't hold it, so once he got in there, like I guess he didn't even have time to sit down. He just let off and it landed on the walls.
I remember he said that.
He just came out and he was like, "We gotta go."
he said he pulled his pants down here. And he just fucking let it rip and it fucking covered the toilet and the walls and everywhere because his ass never sat down.
And that's what I'm saying. Somebody got to clean it up.
Yeah, and then I remember he said, "Hey, you guys told me, hey, we gotta leave now. We gotta go now."
That's the first thing. We gotta escape.
We gotta leave.
Why?
Now.
Just because you just want to avoid anybody thinking it was you.
Yeah.
When they could probably figure it out.
Like if they looked at the cameras, they would know.
But I don't think they do.
But it's like, but I'm sure maybe they would. I would if I was there and somebody shit like that. I would want to see who did it.
Nah, I guess, but maybe if they really care about it enough, they'd look through them. Because they got to work anyways.
Yeah.
But I remember when we went to Buffalo Wild Wings and I got a spicy margarita, and I've had it before. It's good. It's hella good. So I got one and I drank it. All of a sudden, I was feeling hella nauseous. And I went to the bathroom and I thought there was somebody in the stall. In the ones, what do they call the urinals? These were the long boys. The ones that are the floor like that. So because I was like, oh, somebody's in there maybe. So it's just the urinal. I just acted like I was gonna pee, and I was just throwing up.
Throwing up in the urinal.
In the urinal, I threw up in the urinal, and then I'm like threw up whatever, and then I heard somebody coming, so they opened the door, and I quickly, because there was multiple urinals, I jumped one urinal over. And the dude just came in and washed his hands and came outside. And then once he left, I started throwing up again. So on the second one.
On the second one, both of them put a throw up?
Yeah, and then once I gathered myself, because after you throw up like that, you're all teary-eyed crazy. I was like, I got to get myself together, right? So when I leave, people won't know. I got to play it off like it wasn't me. Wash my face.
I took a shit.
I washed my eyes and everything, and then to the best, maybe you could still tell. But then I went to you and I was like, "We gotta go." That's the first thing because I didn't want nobody going in there.
Yeah, I wonder what the fuck they put in there then.
No, but I started thinking like, who got to clean that? I mean, you could just spray it down, but I don't know. You could probably get some type of hose from somewhere and spray it down, connect it to the. That's it. But it's pretty.
We gotta go. We gotta go right now.
Yeah, sometimes shit like that happens.
Yeah, but it's not out of the ordinary for just to throw up because of a drink.
And technically, it's bad on them, because the customer is not supposed to come in, consume your product, and throw up.
Yeah.
But then they would say because it was alcohol.
Yeah, but it was one drink. You didn't even finish it.
And I never throw up like that. I never throw up off alcohol like that. Like if I'm drunk like that. It was something.
And it was one drink though.
I know, and there was something bad in there or something. And I felt it right away.
It had to be the drink because everything else that you ate, I ate. Wing wise and food wise, I ate too. It was just a drink that you had by yourself. So whatever the fuck they put in there, your body didn't like that shit. And it gotta be something. It had to be something that was not good.
Something was not good.
It had to be something was not good.
we have a lot of experiences at Buffalo Wild Wings, huh? Now that I think about it, we don't even go as much as we used to go. We used to go all the time and eat there. Now we don't do that. But I remember too, like when I've said this before, I think, but when I had to go to the bathroom hella bad, and the lock was broken. So I had my brother-in-law come with me, and he's like, "I'll watch the door." I didn't want to go. First of all, I don't like going number 2 in public places. I'll save it for the house. But sometimes it's an emergency, so you got to do what you got to do.
How common do you think that is?
Like to do that?
Yeah, like how many people out there will actually just...
I don't know, because it seems like a lot of people don't care.
They would just take a shit anywhere.
But I don't like my cheeks touching somebody else's cheeks, so you have to get the paper. It's just a hassle.
Yeah.
And then you can't really let off. Like, you can't let off because there's somebody in the urinal, there's somebody over here.
Yeah. I don't know why that is. Why? And it's like, if you're shitting in a public place, right? For whatever reason, nobody wants to be the loud shitter.
I know, but why, huh?
It's like they're not gonna know who you are.
No, but there's people who didn't care. Like I remember when I was working at Baycast, people didn't care at all. Sounded like shots were letting off. Like, people didn't care at all, and it's crazy because I'm like, I always care. That's why I hate going to bathrooms in airports because it's always packed. Remember that time when we came home from Vegas? It was Vegas. Remember, and I was like nauseous the whole way back.
Oh yeah.
Like a lot of times when I travel, I end up getting sick. I end up getting sick somehow, some way, and I don't know why. But I think this time it was because of lack of sleep. There's a lack of sleep, and then I was getting nauseous, and I was like, that feeling sucks so bad because you don't know if you're gonna make it. Like you don't know, you don't want to be the person that throws up on the plane. So it's like, and you're like, just force yourself to throw up. And I was like, well, let me go see, right? And the airports are packed. The bathrooms are packed, the stalls. And then you're just like, okay, even if I get a stall, Am I just gonna start throwing up? I'm starting to like not give a fuck as I grow up older. I'm probably never gonna see these people again. Like, who cares, right? I'm like, yeah, whatever. I threw up. Who cares? Clean it up, huh? But like, I didn't find a stall, and there was the private one. Remember?
There's a single
And
stall for families.
I was waiting for that one, but it was locked and nobody was coming out. So I'm like, oh, probably not open. Until you told me I seen somebody come out. So then I waited by there, and then somebody came out with their dogs. And then I went in there and I was like, oh, this is perfect. And it's such a relief. And then I was like, I just got to see if I can throw up now. Because whatever, I don't care how long I take, 10, 15 minutes, whoever's out here. I'm pretty sure there's people out there waiting.
One family came.
Yeah, because it sounded like I heard people, but I'm like, I don't care who's out there. So I'm just like, whatever, I got in front of the toilet and started just trying to force myself to throw up. And I ended up getting myself to throw up. And once I threw it all up, I felt hella better. And immediately I'm like, oh, I'm good now. Like, that's it. I can make it home. No problem. But I had to get that out. And not only did I throw up, it took me probably 5 minutes? 5 minutes to throw up, whatever. And then I took another like 5-10 minutes to get myself together. Again, to try to play it off. So wash my face.
Yeah, because you got to blow your mocos out.
Yeah, and it's nasty.
Yeah, throwing up is hella nasty. One of the worst things. But the freaking shitting in I just don't like it either. It just feels nasty to be shitting where everyone else shits. Like, at least here, it's like my family shits here, so it's nice. It's fine to shit here. It's fine.
But apparently, like, you know how you heard like you can get diseases and stuff like that from cheek to cheek type shit? I don't ever know if that was true, but I guess it is true. There's certain shit you can get
from cheek to cheek.
From cheek to cheek, I think.
Damn. But it just sounds gross, and I just don't know how. I mean, even if they look clean, I just don't know how clean.
And then there's always be like splatters and stuff. Like, it's nasty. Isn't it Japan that has this automated thing where it covers the toilet seat, and then when you leave, it will retract them and dispose of them and put new ones.
Yeah, Japan, that's tight. Yeah, I know. Yeah, and they have shitters out in the open that are like see through.
Yeah, but then they go like
they will go camouflage whenever
so you can't see in.
Yeah,
there was this bathroom, a weird bathroom in some weird place for men, and it was see through from the inside out, so you can see outwards. So they're like, oh, it's for sure some pervs in the stalls because you can just see the girls walk by, or anybody walk by.
But you can't see in.
No, you can't see in.
But you can see out.
You can see out. So the people at the urinals with their dills out going crazy, probably.
Just watching people walk around?
I guess.
That's weird.
There's some weird ass motherfuckers though. I've been watching a lot of stuff on the Epstein shit. And like a lot of like wondering, like every time you think about like
what were they doing?
Yeah, you obviously just go off what you hear, like they're sleeping with underage children or minors or whatever. But it's always deeper than that. Like the nastiest shit you can think of is nastier than that, for sure. There's some reason why they don't want to let nothing out.
There was triple men action.
I forgot the interview that I was watching. I think it was the FBI agent on Joe Rogan who was talking about that. That's the way they got you in their society, was to they would get you to sleep with an underage child, and I guess that was to have dirt on you. Because once you do some crazy shit like that, then you become one of them because you can't expose them. Because they'll expose you. They'll say you slept with a minor and it's on camera. Apparently Epstein had cameras everywhere. And then when he died, the footage in his cell or whatever they said is missing like 3 minutes of it.
I know.
Or some crazy guards, shit like that.
Something to do with the cameras and the guards. The way that there's like a time gap perfectly for in between the guards, and nobody heard nothing, nobody seen nothing.
And it's just weird because when you realize the people of power, like nobody so far has got in trouble because of that, right?
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
Only him and I think his assistant, the lady that wrote everything down, went to jail.
But why did he have a list? Right? Because they always say the list. Did he have a list of people checking in and out or what?
There's probably lists of people who have meetings and stuff. But I just think you just said the nastiest thing you can think of. The nastiest shit I can think of is four on four men action. That's what I think of. Shit nasty. That's nasty.
No, yeah, that's nasty just in general, but it's a different type of nasty when you're taking advantage of children.
Yeah, that's no longer nasty.
That's nasty. That's like
demonic.
Yeah, that's like when you think about like, because if 16 dudes in one room are going crazy, grown men, like
Diddy wise,
yeah, like that shit nasty. But who cares? I don't care what you fools do. That shit nasty. But when it comes to children and stuff like that, that's like nah. Like that's when like murder should come in, because it's like you're doing that to children, the innocent the kids of the world.
Yeah, that's when you fucking start chopping dicks.
And then they think about like, where were these getting these people from?
Probably some third world country.
And then apparently there was a YouTube kid that traveled there and entered there legally. He just traveled there and snuck in, got some video, and then when security was coming towards him, I don't think they spotted him, but he took off. And I guess it's a public video. But there doesn't show anything crazy about.
But he went where?
To Epstein's Island.
Oh yeah, I seen videos of that.
He traveled
had a drone there and shit.
Well, it kind of reminds me of Bohemian Grove, of how Alex Jones
how
talking
much
about
money you gotta have to fucking because it's like if you it's a private island, so
Yeah.
like
and they're selling it now, aren't they?
I don't know.
Oh,
but for you to own a private island is expensive like a motherfucker. Obviously, you're gonna have to have electricity because there's a home there. You gotta have electricity. You gotta have internet. So, like, who does that? Who just says, "Hey"? And this is like probably this is all pre Starlink. So like good internet, private island.
Maybe they didn't have internet.
You have to.
Why would you? You
because
wouldn't want it.
Emails.
You wouldn't want it.
That
was his primary residence.
I don't know, but you'd be able to.
He had a house in New York.
You would need to. He had houses everywhere. Motherfuckers would give him houses, but he would need to have some type of reception for cellular shit, for phones,
walkie-talkies,
emails. No, if you need to call like somebody to get into contact with people, like there's got to be emergency shits in case you need to get everybody off the island. Where are you getting your produce from? Like who delivering pizza and shit? Like,
and like Joe Rogan said, like when you have so much money, sleeping with normal girls isn't enough. That's that Diddy shit, right? That Diddy shit that you're so wealthy you don't know what to do. Like like normal girls, even like when you look at a girl who looks crazy good, that's not enough for them. How do you go from a girl who looks like 10 out of 10 to say, yo, I had enough of this, I'm going to children? That shit don't make no sense. Yeah, huh? That's mentally ill shit.
Yeah. Or I'm going to dudes.
That's mentally ill shit.
Yeah. What the fuck? How the hell do you transition to that?
People would disagree right there, but
how are you transitioning to dudes?
What the fuck? But I don't even care about that. That's their business, you know. That's like whatever. I'm not anti. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. It's a sin. You shouldn't do it. But you know, we all sin, so I'm not gonna like crucify you over that. But it's just when I think about all these things that are happening around the world, it's like every once in a while you get hit with a reminder. And then lately on my feed, it's just been a bunch of like cartel murders.
That's you right there. That's all your feed right there.
Crazy stories that are going down. Apparently there was a Halloween, I forgot where, that scared the community because there was like 20 kids. Maybe I'm wrong, but it was a good chunk of kids who went missing, and it was a rabbit. A dude dressed in a rabbit suit.
Killing people?
No, he gathered these children, and then he walked them into the woods, and they were never seen again. And the only thing they left behind was footprints. And when the cops followed the footprints, at the end of the footprints was a sign with a rabbit on it, like a laughing rabbit or some shit. and those kids were never found. And apparently, in that community, it stopped Halloween for like people still not comfortable because they're saying that they don't know what the hell happened and what happened to those children. And there's conspiracy theories that sometimes they say that they hear the children along
In
those
the
woods,
woods.
and that they sometimes see that rabbit.
In the woods.
And I'm like, what the heck? Well, how? Like, where do they go? How can you get? Where can you get them? Where can you make them disappear? It's crazy how children just vanish, and you never hear nothing from them ever again. And the only thing I think about is when you make people vanish, it reminds me of the cartel when that, I think it was a police officer who was investigating and found out that there was a location where they were dismembering bodies and burning them 24/7. They had like ovens and burners, and they were running 24/7 burning humans. 24/7?
What the hell they were doing, like collecting organs or whatever?
I don't know what they were doing.
Just so they're dead bodies. They're not alive, huh?
No, they're dead.
So
they were just getting rid of them. They were just trying to get rid of them.
24/7?
24/7.
365?
That's what I'm saying. How many bodies do you have running through that thing?
I don't know. That's a lot. Seems like they've run that much. Well, I mean, they probably, the space must not be that big. They only burn one body at a time or some shit.
No, they're probably burning multiple. And they have like mass graves. It's like, there's really dark things going on in the world that like humans
don't see the light.
Yeah, like that humans do. Some humans can be crazy evil. And I think on Epstein's island they had like
rituals,
totems. I don't know if it was Buddha. No, it wasn't Buddha, because Buddha's the belly. The dude sitting with the belly. It was like almost like a female Buddha. I don't know. But they always worship something. It's crazy, huh? Because like the cartel members, they kill, but they believe in God. A lot of them believe in God. And they just, I guess, don't care, right? Because I've heard a lot of cartel members saying, like, when it comes to God, they never say, I do not believe. They always, and not only do they pray to the, like, I'm not even sure the Santa Muerte, that shit is what? The female supposedly, like, devil, demonic that grants wishes and shit. Heard about that? People are even scared to say the name and shit because it's like, people have compared it to like the evil Virgin Mary or some shit. I don't really know the history behind that, but I know that they pray to it for protection and shit like that. And crazy like that.
Yeah, I don't understand how that's gonna protect them. But
like they would say, shield me from bullets.
Yeah, the thing that's like that I see that's crazy is them freaking the shit that they do on camera and then they put it out. And it's like there's this video I watched a video of a guy like not reenacting, but like just telling you it was a short. It was just telling you a video of cartel members. It's like a 30-second or like minute video of the aftermath of what cartel members did to one like a Mexican, and they had like cut his face off, like fillet him, like skin, his lips, everything, his face, and then they were laughing at him, saying like, you want water, and then it just has the video is like a 20-second clip of the guy saying like, I want water, I'm thirsty, I want water, and you look at his face and it's fucking like his skin, everything's missing.
Oh, so it showed it?
Yeah, it showed his face, everything.
This
missing.
Was on YouTube or what?
I don't know. The guy didn't show it. He's just explaining to you the video.
Oh.
Yeah. I never looked it up and said, oh, let me search it. But I'm sure if we search it, we find it.
Yeah, but a lot of these guys are drugged up and doing crazy drugs and like, yeah, because it's not normal to be
able to do that.
So a lot of times they're under the influence of that. And a lot of ex-cartel members will tell you like they're not just like, oh, like, because they'll tell you like, if you say you ain't never been scared, you're lying. If you say you're not scared of death, like, you're lying. Like, a lot of people say that. And so you see that they have these these thoughts of like this shit's wrong, but they ignore it. And then weird shit like people drinking people's blood and shit like that.
That's just nasty.
No, there's certain people who are like, this is like certain like weird groups sometimes.
Like what if
cartels?
What if they got AIDS?
Not even cartels. Like who say they have to do human sacrifices and stuff. Like crazy like that.
For their God or what?
But I don't know, for the devil or stuff. Where do they get all these ideas from?
Probably fucking the Mayans or something. The Mayans MC.
What the heck? But it's like just when I think about it, I'm like, especially because it's been going on my feed a lot. It just reminds me like, damn, shit can be evil.
My feed has like changed like real, like a lot in the last like 6 months. My Instagram feed is like puro, it's gambling shit and gambling videos. Slut shit is like you can't escape that. And watches.
Yeah, because you know that like people say that it's based on your algorithm, and part of it is if you're double liking, double tapping,
double triple liking,
yeah, like quadruple liking and shit to your thumb hurts, like it's more likely gonna pop up on your thing. But I've installed the application fresh on my dad's phone, so he can just like see Facebook Marketplace. And as soon as you install, I installed Instagram for his page. As soon as you install it, it's there. So I'm like, oh, there's no algorithm there. They're just
what's hot.
They're just pushing it on the people.
They're pushing on what's hot. What do the majority of people like? And it's brutal fucking slut.
And you notice it's on Instagram, it's all women, right? It's all women that is being pushed on you. And I'm glad it's not men, right? But it's still like, it's just crazy that that's how they're getting, because women is what sells. Women who expose themselves are the ones who are getting paid. They don't. I'm pretty sure men don't make no nearly as much as women, because men is nasty. Everybody wants to look at a woman, not naturally. Yeah. You have to shield your eyes because you don't want to. But naturally, as a man, if a good-looking girl's passing by you, you're gonna look. And women are always like, men are nasty. They could turn away. Like, it's just weird.
Men are hella more nasty. That's why
men is nasty.
When we were gonna go to church, I
don't even know how women like us. I don't get it.
Yeah, because
I'm glad they do though, but I don't get it. I just don't understand. Like
how you look at men, they're nasty. Like, everything nasty.
A lot of times when you see like, I just be seeing people's husbands and I'll be like, damn, that fool ugly. And I'm not talking shit like I'm gorgeous or whatever. I call myself ugly too, but I'm just saying like how, like that fool's ugly as hell. Like,
how does he not scare you? He scares me.
So it's just weird as men, because there's like, most men are ugly. Right? And if a lot of times when people say that somebody looks good, a man, a lot of times he resembles feminine qualities. So what people are looking at might be just something feminine.
Like fucking clear ass skin, like clean ass hair. Like, you ever seen like men with long hair and their hair looks like they take care of it?
Yeah.
And that shit look like healthy and all that shit. It's like you got to do a shit ton of work to keep it like that. And it's like the average man won't do those extra steps to ensure that their skin's soft. And
there's a video of like a girl who says like, who was making fun of men because she said, I guess that when she washes her face, she's like, when I wash my face, and she's being all soft, whatever, putting lotion on, all calm. And then she is her husband, and he's just like, let's get out of here. Yeah, and I'm like, that's how I wash my face. I just get on.
Yeah, I know, but the reason
we don't grab her and go like this and like,
clean it. Yeah, that's what I do.
Get out of here.
I work because I just the reason why I scrub it like that is because I'm trying to get the dirt off.
Yeah,
trying to get all that shit off. And if you're this takes forever.
Yeah,
fuck that. It's get the fuck out of
there.
Huh? Yeah. I was funny the other day, at work, because it was so hot, it was hella hot, and there's people talking at the counter at Parts, and there's a bigger dude and one of the girls at Parts they were talking about like who had it worse, I guess, because it's like because it's hella hot, what the bigger dude was complaining about how hot it was, and he's like, it's worse for men or whatever, and she's like, nah, everything's sticky for me too, and he's like, nah, but I have nuts, and she's like, well, I have boobs, and he's like, well, I have boobs too. That shit was hella funny. I was like, he took it, he won. You can't argue with him because he's like everything's sticking to me, like my nuts are sticking to my legs. That shit sucks. And then when she hit him with that, well, it's not as bad for you because I have boobs, and he's like, well, I have boobs too. And she had no comeback, but it was hella funny because I'm like, yeah, he won. He won. You can't say men are nastier. Men are nastier. Like women's sweat is nasty too, but men's sweat is way nastier.
It was weird.
That shit way nastier.
It's just weird in general. It's just weird.
Yeah, like the smell, the odor that a man can produce is a million times nastier than what a woman can produce. Like if you get a woman,
you think if you get a sweaty woman and a sweaty man, the man's gonna stink.
I think that man,
is that like actual thing or
if you give a woman a day to become as stinky as possible, and then you give the same day to a man to become as stinky as possible, the man will 9 out of 10 times the man will win to smell nastier. For sure. Because something about whatever we be sweating out or whatever, I don't know. But like if you give it enough time to simmer, that shit is nasty. That shit hella nasty. I remember on the drive when we drove I went to California with my dad. Remember we took Nona's truck? We took my sister's truck to California one time. It's like a 2-day drive, and we drove straight. We didn't stop for shit. We alternate drivers, and he would sleep for a few hours, and then we switch. He'd drive mainly all day. I would drive mainly all night. And we got there like in a day and a half, or like closer to 2 days. We got there hella fucking fast. There's like a day and some change because we drove nonstop. And when I got there, I was wearing sweats because I wanted to be comfy driving, and like the odor I threw that shit away.
Yeah,
because the odor from the sweats from just sitting down when just it's sweating here and there or whatever from just sitting down for 30 plus hours. That shit nasty. Remember when we went to Texas?
Yeah.
And we
had nasty ass clothes on. We wanted to shower hella bad.
Because it was fucking hot as fuck, and we were loading dental equipment into a U-Haul. And shit, we were sweaty in the motherfucker. We were hella nasty. And then we
I was like I remember I was like stressing a bit over that. I don't know.
As your head hurt.
Why?
Your head hurt?
Now when I think about it, why would I care? What was it that was causing that?
So your head was hurting already for some reason. And then I don't know, we had like 20 G's on us, and we were supposed to give it to the dude for the equipment. And then we gave him the shit. And he said that the place where he had the equipment was open until 9 o'clock, and that shit closed at 7. So then he had the money. He had the money, and the equipment was sitting at the lobby, and the shit was locked up, and we couldn't get it.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking like, fuck, well, it's going to be our fault. This is going to be on our sister. Like everything's not going to turn out good. And I remember the dudes being like, it's his fault for lying. So he didn't even know what time the shit closed. And now everything, we don't know where the fuck, like what we should do. And fucking, some of the equipment was loaded. Some of the shit was sitting in the lobby.
He was like, just go home or just go sleep and just come right back in the morning.
Yeah. But
he's like, it will be here. But it's like, how do you know though? How do we know homie won't come in here, has keys, gets in there and gets all his shit? Ooh,
yeah.
Like who knows?
There's too much money to fucking just trust him.
I remember you asked for the check back, huh?
Yeah, he didn't want to
give it back.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, if you're really paranoid, you can just sleep here and wait until the doors open up.
Yeah. So then we ended up
sleeping, huh?
We ended up
going to our cousin's house. We left it there.
We parked the U-Haul. No, we didn't. We took the U-Haul with us. We took it to her house, and we woke up hella early to go back over there. And then we finished loading up. But I remember our clothes being hella sweaty from loading all that shit. It was hella hot. Yeah. Loading all that shit. It took us like 3 hours.
It was heavy, huh? It was hella heavy. And it was almost like, what did we get ourselves into?
But not worth for what we got paid for sure. Yeah. And then we had to drive our ass all the way from Texas back to Michigan. That shit was sucky too.
Yeah, and then the U-Haul, the steering wheel was off too.
Yeah.
So it was yanking on you randomly, yanking you off, trying to yank you off the road. So you had to be like prepared off that. I don't know.
Yeah, that shit sucked. But I remember that stench that we created that day, that shit was stinky.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, let's throw our clothes away. I don't give a fuck. Throw them away.
Thank you for listening to the AB podcast. You can follow us in the links below. All our social medias are linked there. If you want to buy some merch, the merch that we're usually wearing in the podcast, you can buy it as well. The link will be below.